So today I wanted to talk about my belief that simple plots are best. If you're an up-and-coming graphic novel creator, you're writing your own plots, perhaps, hopefully. And so, there's a lot of craft to learn when it comes to writing an entire story. And I will say, one thing to get you started is simple plots work best. And what do I mean by like a simple plot? Well, the most basic plot is you have a protagonist who wants something and an antagonist who's standing in their way, which can be in the sort of positive sense or negative sense. A dragon keeping you away from his treasure hoard, that's an antagonist keeping you from what you want, or an alien space fleet who's going to blow up Earth. You want Earth to not explode, but the antagonist is keeping you away from what you want because they're going to explode it. That's the most basic form of plot, and that's more or less all you need for an A-plot, for a main plot. And, over the last decade or so, Hollywood got into this habit, this bad habit, of trying to do really complex or overly convoluted plots under this kind of fake idea that a complex plot is a smart plot or it'll come across as smart. But if your plot is stupid and the screenwriter's stupid, and most of these screenwriters are very stupid, it doesn't come across intellectually advanced or complex. It's just it's crap piled on crap. So a complex bad plot is just more bad. And the problem then on the opposite is a complex good plot just gets in the way of a good plot and makes it less good. And Hollywood has kind of learned their lesson about this with their terrible, overly convoluted movie scripts. And of course, if you watch B movies, right, as Joe Bob Briggs would say, there's a lot of plot getting in the way of this movie. I think they referenced that on Red Letter Media one time, because they watch a lot of bad movies too. Lots of bad movies by amateur filmmakers have way too convoluted a plot, way too much. This, Group A over here, Group B over there, Group C, Group D. There's like 20 groups, and they're doing this, and they're doing this, and it's this, this subtle motivation over here, but, it's really stupid usually, and it's way too complex. Complex plots just require more attention. But because they're usually written by bad writers who have, uninteresting, dull characters that you don't care about, and, kind of nonsensical plot twists that make everything seem stupid, nobody's paying attention, which makes it doubly bad. So don't do that. Don't do that. Try to simplify your plot. Make your plots nice and easy. Introduce pretty much all of the elements that set up the fight. The fight will go along the whole story, but we introduce the two fighters and their camps on either side of the octagon, and then they fight. Do that at the beginning of the story, and let your plot line be simple and direct. Let it be about the characters struggling with each other. And if you want to make your story more complex, don't try to complex up your main plot. Instead, invest your time in making your characters complex. Make your themes complex. Make your motifs complex. The integrated artistry of the illustrations and the writing in a graphic novel. Make that complex. Those are the things that are interesting, and those are the things that are most interesting to smart people. So the better you do those things, the more smart people will care. They're not going to care that internal affairs was setting them up the whole time. That's not what makes it intellectually satisfying when you hear a story. A complex plot is the least intellectually satisfying element out of all those I just listed. Keep that simple and focus on these other more artistic, more craft-related elements. And then, as you've mastered the basic plot, I'm assuming you might be a beginner, maybe you're not, but as you've mastered the basic plot and enhancing your characters, enhancing your dialogue, enhancing your themes, then, do some things which enhance the plot without convoluting it. Add a parallel plot, right? King Lear, in King Lear, there's one of his dukes who also has problems with his kids, right? He is rather foolishly turns against the good kid and aligns with the bad kid, and then he suffers the consequences just as King Lear does, but it's a little different. And so those differences kind of explore the main plot, kind of explain it a little bit better by showing some contrast. Or Ghost in the Shell does a parallel plot, right? Major is trying to figure out like her humanity or whatever, and then paralleling her is, a sort of antagonist AI who is exploring it's sort of as, it's not wondering if it's a human, right? It's exploring it as a life form. So it's doing the same thing as Major, but in a different way, with a different attitude. And it's less human than her. She's, a person in a robot body. It's an AI. There is no person. So, but it's a parallel plot. And then you can also enhance your B plots and your C plots. Make better B and C plots. So have a good romantic interest. Have some interesting, little side things involving your secondary characters, kind of fill out the story and explore your themes from another angle. All these B plots and parallel plots, they allow you to explore your themes or explore your A plot a little more deeply with just, a little bit of time spent. They're not real intensive, but they help you enhance the story you're telling rather than trying to convolute around the story as if a complicated A plot, a main plot, was really in any way something that you wanted or something that was going to be satisfying to the audience, who are there to hear a good story, not a convoluted one. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.